What is going on, my Bob Nation? I am BobZeBattleDroid. I'm here with another video, and this video is going to be our video of the day on our random Wednesday video where I get to show something to you guys that, I get to choose, have an opportunity to mix it up, show you guys some different kinds of videos, be creative, I should say. And so this video here is going to be a matchup against my Noctowl, or rather my friend's Noctowl Vileplume deck. He's playing here on the right against my Raikou Magnezone deck, which hopefully can be probably my second main standard deck in the new format. I'm also looking to make two expanded decks, and I will be showing them to you guys on some sneaky Saturday strategy videos coming up here. For right now, though, I thought I should just get a matchup and see how this deck does against another deck that really is focused around item lock, right? Because a Raikou Magnezone deck really just needs to play that rare candy, right? And I wanted to see how it does. Also, keep in mind that this Raikou Magnezone deck here is, at the moment, not updated to what I currently have it. This match was filmed before I updated the deck, and I will be showing you the updated version coming up on probably the Sneaky Saturday strategy after this gets released. So the following of that video will be going over my updated list for the Mega Alakazam and this Raikou Magnezone, which is the updated with a some modifications with Octillery now, and it's got Jolteon EX. And so let's look into the match here. The video is sped up, so just keep that in mind. But anyways, it's a great start by my opponent. He's already got the Oddish out, and he's gonna get ready to go with the the Vileplume line. I'm starting with the Shaman. Not all that bad with this deck. I mean, it's not horrible. My opponent also has got the Hoot up, so he's going to get looking for the Noctowl, and he's going to actually wally into that. So that kind of signifies to me that his hand isn't all that great. Typically, he probably doesn't have another supporter, another out here. And so I'm going to Ultra Ball a Magnezone, and this is kind of where I might have made a mistake. I knew I was going against a Vileplume. I knew I was going to go against an item lock. You can't discard that. I mean, you can't discard a Magnezone, because that's your one way to go through the line without that rare candy, which is essential, right, to the deck. And when that gets shut off, you have to fall back on the Magnezone unless you have the scenario where you can Lysander up a Vileplume and knock it out with a Raikou, but that takes time because you have to wait until you can get 3 energy on the Raikou. At the same time, your opponent's going to be pushing back at you. And I just think that was a huge mistake. I don't think I would have won if I would have really adjusted, because my opponent still had already such a big hold on this deck, or this matchup, if you really look at it here. So, I don't think it would have made much of a difference. I'm going to play a Shaman here, draw some cards, and I really need to get the my Magnemite down on the bench. Whenever you're playing a Magnezone deck, or really any Stage 2 line, you've got to make sure that you get that basic Pokemon down on the bench your first turn, if you can. Unless, of course, you're playing something like a Dusknoir, or maybe if you're playing like a 1-on-1 line, typically it's going to be more of a late game strategy, and something that you want to put on later. You don't have to get that the first turn. But in this scenario, you really want to get the Magnezone, or the Magnemite rather, down early as possible, because you want to get the Magnezone as early as possible. And with the rare candy, you can't rare candy the same turn that you get that basic down, which is one of the reasons why it's a great card. But if I could make it better, I would tell you that would make it a heck of a ton better. And so, I mean, it's not a great at all start. I'm just gonna, just to let you guys know, this deck, there's 2 lazy Primal Proxies, because I already got plenty of them. And just to let you know, I will be buying a bunch of cards. So I don't think the updated list will have them, though. So unfortunately not. But regardless, I'm going to be buying the cards. The Revive is counting as a trainer's mail in this matchup. That's why you saw it play. Like, why did he play Revive? Yeah, that's what it is. And then there's also going to be a Skyfield that I play. The Skyfield is going to count as Rough Seas. My opponent, again, has got proxies in his deck. Pokemon's an expensive game, and he likes it a lot, but it's difficult for him to be able to, get all the cards and everything. So that's a Force of Giant Plants that he played, and did not catch the card that was actually in his discard pile that he had played. I don't know if that was a Sycamore or something. But he does have the Vileplume out, so now he just got the Vileplume out. That Stadium is a huge play for him, and now I'm kind of just stuck. I kind of show my opponent there, knowing that, we're friends or whatever, so I'm not going to, I feel comfortable showing him my hand. I'm showing him that I really have nothing. I do Sycamore, and I'm going to have to dig through my deck to try to get the line, but at the same time, I already discarded the Magnezone, which is horrible. I should have probably gone for the Magnemite the first turn and then evolved Magneton the second. But really, still, my opponent would have been a huge prize lead. So now, for those of you that don't know what Noctowl does, its second attack just requires 2 colorless energy. What it does is both players reveal their hands, and it does 20 times the amount of item cards in both the player's hand. So naturally, going against a Vileplume, or running a Vileplume, makes it pretty likely that you're going to get a lot of items stuck in your hand, and he's going to play that right now, which actually does enough damage to knock out the Shaman EX, which is pretty bad. And so I do have the 3 energy on the Raikou, and my hope is that I'm going to be able to Lysander up the Vileplume, which is exactly what I do. I'm going to be able to do 110 on to the Vileplume, which does give me something. If he doesn't have an out for it, fortunately, I wouldn't count this as a misplay. I really have to do it. If I just take out a Noctowl, he was just going to run up with another one and knock out the Raikou, because I didn't really have it out that way. But he plays an AZ, and the AZ just picks up a Vileplume. He can play it all right back down with the Force of Giant Plants, which just is horrible for my deck. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty bad. And so, not at all great. He's gonna take another prize there, and I'm kind of stuck. I have nothing to do. I'm gonna throw up the Pikachu, but still, I really have nothing going for me at this point. It's pretty much over with, and that's pretty much what happens with Vileplume. If you can get a Vileplume out, especially against a deck like this, there's nothing you can do against it. And that's going to be about it for this video. Just a couple of seconds here are going to be left showing just I concede, and it's pretty much over. I'm just going to pass, and he's going to knock out, a Shaman, and there's nothing I can do. So I'm just going to concede the game. That's going to be the end of this match. And anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys later in the next video. Thank you.